Hi guys! Today I'm going to talk to you about my breastfeeding journey. So I've already done one video on my whole kind of formula feeding to breastfeeding journey. But this one is for channel mum. It's a bit more of a specific one, a bit shorter, kind of just getting out the real juicy bits, or not so juicy, they're not so pleasant sometimes. So yeah, I didn't have the greatest breastfeeding experience really. It wasn't terrible at all, and I did really enjoy some parts of it. Jasper, he latched on after about 24 hours. The first day in hospital he didn't at all, and as soon as the midwife gave him a bit of formula, that was it. He was like, yeah, okay, actually I'll have the boob now. So he let me worry all that time for nothing. And my biggest mistake that I made was I didn't prepare, first of all. I didn't read a book. I didn't ask anyone about it. I literally just thought, you put the baby on the boob, you produce milk, baby takes the milk, that's it. Happy baby, happy mama. No. It is not that easy. Well, for some people it is. Some people, they put the baby on the first time, and that's it, they breastfeed for years. But for me, it was not that easy. And I'm quite glad the more people I speak to, you hear so many other people that say, oh, actually, that happened to me, or I didn't find it easy, and, you know, I only breastfed for this amount of time. So, honestly, you are not alone if you are having troubles with breastfeeding. Once I got home with Jasper from the hospital, I would then put him on the boob, he would feed, absolutely fine. But my problem was I wasn't consistent. So he would feed for about 10 minutes, and then about half an hour later he'd be hungry again. So I'd think, okay, well, I'll put him on the other boob, and then maybe that would only be for 2 minutes. So the next time he was hungry, I'd then think, oh, I'll put him back on that boob because he didn't finish a feed. And that was my problem, you know. The milk just wasn't consistent. One of my boobs ended up like this big, and the other one was this big. Oh God. I ended up getting mastitis, which is blocked milk ducts. I was going to say tear ducts. And that basically means that the milk isn't flowing properly. It could be due to anything. It could be due to the baby not latching on, or not having enough milk flow. There are so many different reasons. I'm not sure exactly what mine was. I think it was a mixture of lots of things. Hello! I got mastitis, I had engorged boobs. So, well, actually it was just the one of them. It was just like a rock. It was so hard and painful. I had cracked, sore, bleeding nipples, which was just disgusting, especially when you're dealing with like leaky boobs. Really? When you're trying to deal with leaky boobs and you've got sore, cracked, bleeding nipples, it's just not nice. I was in the shower with like a wide tooth comb trying to get the lumps out, because that's what it was, just blocked milk in there. And then I was expressing milk just because it was too painful for him to be latched on. Yeah, those weren't my finest days. So not only was I suffering with those problems, but Jasper had tongue tie, and he also had thrush. So he was finding it difficult to latch on, if not painful. Probably, I don't know. I mean, he never really showed discomfort, but obviously he wasn't latching on. There was a problem somewhere. So after all of that, he wasn't really putting on weight. The midwife just said, look, try formula. That's it. First time I tried it, he probably had 2 sips and thought, yeah, this is all right. And he's like, screw you, mum, I don't want your boob anymore. And that was it. That's my breastfeeding journey over. I did try for a little while. I didn't just give up straight away, but yeah. It didn't last much longer after that, I can say. And you know what? The first time he had it, I panicked so much. I just thought, no, he doesn't need me anymore. Our bond is going to be gone. You know, he's going to think that I can't provide for him. And it's awful. It's an awful feeling. But as soon as I saw Pete feeding him, I thought, this is great. I can go for a bath. I can go to the shops. I can sleep. It was absolutely amazing. And then I'd go to my mum's and I'd be like, do you want to feed him? I did, yeah. You'd be walking around the supermarket like, who wants to feed my baby? Let me go and relax. Honestly, there are the pros and cons, definitely. It was an easy decision. It wasn't even a decision, really. If it was anyone's, it was Jasper's, wasn't it? Yeah. It was just the right time for both of us. We did about 3 months, I'd say, of breastfeeding. And yeah. That was it. The rest is history, isn't it, Buddy Bear? Honestly, if you're worried about breastfeeding, you're not sure what to do, the one thing you need to know is a happy mama is a happy baby. That's it. If you are stressed and nervous and worried, it's only going to reflect on your baby. I mean, you know, they're not going to sit there and think, mum's nervous. They don't know that. but they understand stress and they can feel kind of when you're a bit tense and not right. So just whatever makes you relaxed and happy, if it's formula, if it's breastfeeding, if it's combination. Do you want to come here? This is the noisemaker. That's it, whatever makes you happy, just go for it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. So I also have some questions from Channel Mum to answer. There are 10 altogether. Some of the stuff I may have already covered, but these are just some kind of quick, specific questions. So, 1, did you want to breastfeed? Yes, I did. I don't know why, I just thought it was the normal thing to do, so I did. 2, did you feel pressure from anyone else to breastfeed? No, not at all. 3, if you wanted to breastfeed, did you manage to? Yes, I did. 4, if you wanted to breastfeed but weren't able to, how did that make you feel? The times when I couldn't, I felt useless. I felt like I couldn't provide for him. I felt like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. 5, what was the best advice you were given about feeding your baby? Happy mama, happy baby. That is what I will tell any woman who is thinking about breastfeeding. 6, what was the worst advice you were given about feeding your baby? Feed through the pain. When I had mastitis, every health professional said, just keep feeding through it, it will be fine. It bloody wasn't, it was not fine at all. I ended up expressing and that was fine. That is what got rid of the pain. 7, how long did you breastfeed for? 3 months. 8, how do you feel about breastfeeding now? I think it's great. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love seeing women breastfeed, if that doesn't sound too creepy. Yeah, I just think just do it for as long as you can, if you can, and if you don't want to, then don't. 9, if you could give yourself some advice now for the first few days and weeks of establishing breastfeeding, what would it be? Ask for help. Honestly, if you don't think baby's latching on properly, if you don't think you're in the right position, anything, just ask. That is what the health visitor is there for, the doctors, the nurses. Just ask them, hey buddy, because that is how you're going to set yourself up for a successful breastfeeding journey. How did you feel feeding in public? Absolutely fine. I wouldn't have just had my boob out, but I wouldn't have needed to have anything to cover. I would have just had him obviously covering my boob with my top up. But it's more for other people, I think. If you're in a restaurant, there's people sat around. I think to respect them. Why are you being so noisy? To respect them, then I would put a muslin over me or a blanket or something. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Being quiet now, are you?